Yeah, come here, buddy. Come on. I'll give you a treat. I wish you guys could see the look on his face. Come on. You gotta come here, though. You gotta come here. I'm not going over there. All right. Let's take a look at. He's just sitting. He just. Come on. I know you want. You gotta understand, this boy goes so crazy for food that the fact that he's just sitting still as I'm laying out his favorite treats it's an anomaly for me. I mean, look at the bag. He's ripped it open. I have left this in a closed container. He somehow found a way to get in, and it's just, I don't know. And then we can't start the show without my favorite seltzer drink. I've tried so many seltzer drinks. This one goes on top. Kroger brand mango flavored seltzer. A close second is Key Lime Pie by LaCroix. I'd buy more LaCroix if this wasn't so cheap. I just drink a lot of them. And then while we're talking about foods, I don't understand that boy. So I've learned when it comes to fruit snacks that instead of just eating them individually, I actually prefer to take the whole thing. 5-second rule, calm down. All right, and then just eat it like one big Wow. Eat it like one big gummy ball or something. You get all these flavors that work well together, and you get just satisfying chewing. I don't get that same satisfaction from a single, bite. But anyways. All right, welcome, folks. All right, this is the first of a series that I want to try out, see what happens. In this box, I have been writing down a bunch of random notes on sticky pads, and we're gonna go through them and just talk about them, because I find myself trying to maximize my time as much as possible, but at the same time I find investing in any sort of project to be so tiring and wears me out to no end. So what I decided to do was, whatever free time I have, whether at home or at work, I will write down on a sticky note just some notes, and now today we're going to be talking about them. So this first one, okay, so this was clearly at work. There's a room in the back that's really hot. I have to do training back there. So I did start a new job recently, and in that new job I had to, I have to do online training. And online training back there, yeah, gets really hot because I have to close the door because I'm making noise being online. I have to talk, I have to participate, and yeah, it's just so hot in there. It's insane. And oh my god, I was dying. But trust me, not all of these are work related. I have realized that there was enough neglect in my life where finding and developing relationships is really hard. Okay. So what this topic came from, so in my life, I never really had a stable mother-father type of relationship. I was always with my mom the majority of the time, and she was able to take care of me and my brother. Like, we were financially enough fine. We weren't rich, we weren't well off, we were definitely not rich, but we had enough support in our family to meet our needs. But what I just started realizing recently was, because of the fact that my mom, she had to work, she wasn't available all the time, and that there wasn't really a father figure in my life. The fact that I didn't really get to spend time with my brother as if he was my brother. Like there were just many times where we just didn't hang out, socialize, talk. That yeah, I had a lot of just time by myself. So the fact that I am an introvert is really no shock. I like being around other people, but there is a limit for me. And I being in a relationship just seems so weird. It's something I can't wrap my head around. It's still weird. It's foreign to me, just because I haven't had enough experience around it. I've always kind of insulted myself for the fact that I really haven't been in a real relationship. I like people. I have enough friends. I have a good amount of friends, but I just haven't been able to develop something deeper. So all right, I need to watch Shippuden and One Piece. A lot of people my age have seen Shippuden. I believe One Piece is good, or I can read the mangas. So yeah, just a lot of people in my life. Every time I talk to someone my age, yeah, they've seemed to have watched Naruto Shippuden. I was always someone who grew up with Naruto, not necessarily Shippuden. And yeah, now I feel like I really do need to start watching Shippuden in order to have regular conversations with people who enjoy anime. Because yeah, it's a way more popular than I thought. I wish more people talked about Death Note and stuff, but I can understand why people talk about Shippuden a lot. It's been going on for many, many years, and it's probably good. I just really haven't had the time to watch it. And when I was, watching Naruto on, Toonami, I just had this huge the filler arc really just pissed me off. Just after they stopped trying to look for Sasuke and then they just gave you a bunch of garbage episodes, that pissed me off from the show so much that when Shippuden did air on American television, I kind of didn't want to watch it. I felt bored and unentertained. So that's why it's been, yeah, so I'm just still kind of recovering from that. I find that there isn't enough time to do much after work, but there's always enough time to breathe. So yeah, something I've learned in meditation, as much as you want to do a lot of things, as much as you want to be more successful than you are now, you wish things went your way, you wish things could go in the past, there's really not much time to do all the things that you would ever want to do. For most people, I would say, or for most people like me, who are ambitious, who do want to be successful, it's just something you can't really hope for all too much. So as much as I want to do things, as much as I feel that I am successful in my own way and I can be more successful, I just have to remember that there is always time to breathe. There's always time to get some sort of clearness in my mind, some sort of feeling of, I guess, sense of belonging, because that is something I really do struggle with, just feeling like I belong somewhere, that I fit in this magical, hole of a puzzle piece or something. I don't know. All right. Jack Dorsey left Twitter. I hate Twitter. I just realized I used this notepad like Twitter. So yeah, this is... in the middle of writing these notes, I realized, oh yeah, isn't this what Twitter's for? Like, shouldn't I just be writing this stuff on Twitter? And there's a reason why I don't use Twitter anymore. Honestly, overall, I feel that as much as there's a lot of talented people on Twitter, as much as people make a business out of posting on Twitter, and there's a lot of people I like that are on Twitter, every time I go on, I do feel that I'm getting a bunch of garbage I just don't want to be a part of. There's been a lot of people who tell me, oh, I don't follow that stuff. I just follow the normal things. And you know what? Fair. If you use it that way, that's totally fine. But I just want to ask people this question. Do you think Twitter has improved people's mental health, or has it worsened people's mental health? Has it become a better social media, or has it become a worse social media? So as much as people like Twitter, and I totally understand it, I wish I could enjoy Twitter as much as other people, I just feel that there's really not much. I really want to be associated less with that website as much as possible. And I really say the same thing for most social medias that I'm on. I wish I wasn't associated with a lot of them. And it's weird because the older we get, or at least not the older, well, at least, I mean, it's true, kind of like the older I get, slash, just as the years go by, the more necessary social media seems to become. Because I'm trying to find people my age. I'm trying to find new people in this city. I just don't know how to do it. I live in a state that's full of bars. I don't necessarily want to go to bars all the time. I don't really want to go to clubs. So how do you meet new people? It's strange, and it seems like social media is the way. That's how people are starting to meet each other and things like that. So I don't know. You might see me on those social medias one days, other than YouTube. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really not sure. I'm really curious to see just kind of how social media develops. I guess I don't know. I don't like thinking about it. I really do think mental health is important, and these websites not only don't promote it, they encourage the decline of it, because that makes you want to go on social media more. So yeah, that GMM episode where they draw nude drawings was an amazing episode. So yeah, well, I guess while we're talking about GMM, I've had a love-hate relationship with GMM for a while. Not because I love Rhett and Link to death. I think they're some of the most creative people in the world. But it's just, at first I loved GMM because they had a bunch of the type of content I enjoyed, and then there was a period of time where they just didn't make the content I enjoyed, and now they're kind of getting back to that. They're kind of getting back to like just really fun episodes, and the funnest one was the new drawing one, because I like when they're given something simple and they're just talking to each other. I feel like that's kind of where they do their best, when it's just them interacting with each other. So yeah, it's a great episode, so I recommend it. So Alec Baldwin didn't pull the trigger. Lol, okay. So this one's interesting. So I've already made a video talking about this situation, but yeah, just based on what I've seen so far, I know we shouldn't assume before police reports come out, because maybe he didn't pull the trigger. Maybe this is one of those instances where, maybe I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say too much, but just based on what I'm seeing, just from my perspective right now, I think a Hollywood studio took advantage of a bunch of people who wanted to work on a movie, and there was just not enough safety precautions. And I think when someone dies on your set, and the fact that you're not taking enough responsibility for it, makes me think that you're scum. That's my first instinct. You were a producer. I'm just gonna look this up right now, just so I'm not getting anything wrong. Producers, Alec Baldwin. So he is the producer of the movie. He played a bigger hand in the making of this movie than he wants to give credit for. And someone died on his watch, and he's not taking enough responsibility for it. So that's what upsets me. If I were to ever make a movie, no matter how much it costs, whether it's like a $10,000 movie or if it's a $10 million movie, if someone dies on my set, I will take responsibility. It happened during my watch. And as someone as experienced as Alec Baldwin, I wish he had more respect for the people who work hard to make him look good on a big screen. So that's really, I think, all I have to say for now. My mom has a dog named Lucky. She loves her. So there's a fun story about that. So my mom has never liked animals. Animals are dirty, they're filthy, and it's 100% true. Animals are just dirty and disgusting. My dirty, disgusting cat, there's actually two cats in my house currently. They both puke on a regular basis. One of them doesn't know how to use the litter box, so whenever he's trying to hide his pee-pees and poo-poos, he'll sometimes grab a shoe from the closet, and we can't close the closet, there's no closet door, so he grabs a shoe and just puts it on top of the litter box. and sometimes they're my shoes. So I understand the frustration with dogs and cats and all sorts of furry creatures, but I love animals so much. I've asked my mom so many times, "Can I have a pet? Can I have a pet? Can I have a pet?" And and you know what? In her fairness, she has tried so many times with different pets. I was a very irresponsible child when it came to taking care of other animals, taking care of other living things, and I wish I could go back in time and give them the life that they had deserved, but I just wasn't responsible at that time. Currently, I have a cat. It's a wonderful cat. I don't have to do shit with it. I play with it sometimes. I clean up his poopies. I feed him. That's it. I don't have to do anything else. It's, oh my God, so low maintenance. I love it. My mom's in the Dominican right now, and she has a dog named Lucky. Lucky is an amazing dog, but it's uncomfortable talking about him right now because he is feeling actually pretty sick. So I hope he does get better. In the Dominican Republic, it's a lot harder to take care of pets than it is in something like America. My cat starts puking, I take him straight to the vet, and I'm pretty certain that he'll be fine. In the Dominican, if they're pooping, like if they have diarrhea or they're puking, then it's a little bit harder to say. And he was having diarrhea for a couple of days. So, okay, idea, read from r/stories for 2 hours. So let me put a pin on that. All right, at some point I will do this idea and just read a bunch of stories because I do want to spend some more time reading and just soaking up more knowledge personally. I really do want to start doing that. I don't know when I'll start doing it, but it is something I genuinely want to do, not gonna lie. Like I want to, because I feel like I want to be more interesting in front of the camera. It's just I haven't done enough, or I haven't experienced enough, or I don't have enough perspectives, and I want more of that. So I'll put a pin on that, all right? Remember when you counted to 1,000? So yeah, I made a video. I forgot when. It was, I think it was, no, it was 2021. It was like really early in the year where I decided to count to 1,000. It's just something I wanted to do because I thought to myself, okay, I can make, if I'm interesting enough, this can be interesting. And at first I was going to edit it, make it real long and nice, stuff like that. But I ended up just scrapping it. I will try to, since I did record it, so I'll try uploading it somewhere and hopefully someone will enjoy it, but we'll see. I love Michael J. Fox. So it's interesting how some other video topics just get into here, but I'm totally okay with that. I'm trying to make this focus. It is just not focusing at all. Maybe my face needs to be out of the way. Or actually, whoop, there we go. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Man, it is harder to focus than I thought. There, come on. There, I think it's focused. Okay, so Michael J. Fox, just whenever he's on camera, he just seems like one of those actors that is really genuine. He can't really play much else other than very specific roles, and that's totally cool. That's totally fine. I just based off his personality, I think he's just an awesome dude. And I know they say never meet your heroes, but I just want to assume he's an awesome guy. I hate feeling tired. It's not fun to feel like 2 tons of bricks on you at all times. All right. So I have this issue with me personally. It started happening after college where if I'm ever overworked, I feel extremely exhausted. Like so drained that it will last days and days and days. And I'm so very careful to sort of exert a lot. I get scared of putting a lot of work into things because I don't want to feel burnout. I hate it. I hate burnout so much. It sucks. I hate it so much. There's really not much to say. I hate burnout with a loving passion. Exercise plus meditation equals win. So I've been trying to go back to the gym to exercise, and something I do from time to time is I will put on Headspace and I will try my hardest to sort of follow the patterns that he wants me to as I'm exercising. So I do a lot of like treadmill, I do a lot of stairs, things like that, stuff where I can listen to something and kind of have the machine on autopilot. I like it when it's on autopilot, because if the machine is going faster than I think I can handle it, just after a few breaths I start to get into the pattern. So I like machines like that, treadmills and stairs, where it's like, okay, you can't stop, you know, like I could press the button stop, but the machine itself is not stopping. So I try to keep it going. So I like sort of machines like that. I really do enjoy. There are a lot of, you know, and it's been helping, honestly. Just getting big, deep breaths when you're trying to exercise is really, really nice. So I do recommend, if you have any sort of meditation app, even if you're not following all the steps, because he tells you, oh, be comfortable, sit in a chair. You don't have to follow those parts. You can still get some benefits when you're learning the patterns of meditation. So, yeah. The internet's battle for attention is single-handedly the biggest cause of mental health deterioration. So I've already talked about just how Twitter is just a garbage website, but I've just been noticing that the internet tries, I mean, it's not just the internet, it's really everything. And everything is trying to get your attention, because you can watch Netflix on your phone, because you can buy things off your phone, because you can watch the news on your phone. Everything is trying to grab your attention, and it is just so draining. And I don't know how other people my age are not only okay with this, but just able to keep up. Like, Jesus Christ, I feel like I need a break from so many things. I don't want to keep track of just so much stuff. I don't care what new show comes out. I don't care what new video game comes out. I don't care what new controversies out there. I really just, I don't know. I just want to live life, my guy. That's all I want. I don't feel greedy when saying I want money. Just hope that's true. So when I say just hope that's true, I really hope that wanting money doesn't make me a bad person, or doesn't make me an immoral person, because money has been a very important part of my life, because I haven't grown up with much money as a kid. I had all my needs taken care of. I do admit that I have more privilege than a lot of Dominicans, so I'm truly blessed for that part. The thing that I guess is the part I struggle with is, yeah, I do find myself wanting a lot of money. I do want to be well off. I do want to hopefully retire earlier than expecting, but I do also want to, I want to work for it. I want to be happy, or I'm trying to figure out the words to say it. Because, okay, so I meet a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends who say they want to retire now. They want to retire 5 years from now. That part I don't understand. I mean, I kind of do understand. At the same time, I don't. I want to work. I want to feel like I'm doing something, that I'm putting my effort into something. Because whenever I don't work, I feel horrible. I feel like garbage. So I do want to work. So whenever I meet friends that don't want to work, it's weird. And you know, I would like to retire early, but I want to work for it. I want all that money to come from me, you know? That's really all I want in life. I want to feel happy, and it's, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, how do you become happy in this world, in this age? I don't mean to sound emo, but this world is just, there's a lot of things we need to fix about it. Okay, there's a large disconnect when the rich are our leaders while we're left to fend for ourselves. So I'm trying to remember the context that I wrote this in. I don't remember the context at all. Because okay. So I understand that when you are responsible for a lot of people, that, yeah, you are more important, and since money is important, those go hand in hand, you know, money and power, you know, so stuff like that. Those go hand in hand. But I feel like what it's causing right now is less empathy. So while there's so many people in Senate and Congress, or even CEOs, you know, they're trying to run companies, we're out here just trying to kind of we're trying to figure out how to be, how our lives can be good, how our lives can get better. Like, we are trying to focus on that because there's a clear problem going on in America, and there's a lot of people that we do look up to, or that we do want to look up to, and we just simply can't. There's so many leaders that we want to get them to understand our perspective, and they can't. And since they can't relate to us, they unfortunately are ruining our lives. And I don't want to get too deep into that. I don't mean to delve into politics, but I feel like since there's a lot of rich people, you know, trying to tell us what to do, that's leading to a lot of disconnect and a lot of fighting and a lot of distrust. So I really do feel strongly about that. My New Year's resolution should be to simply be the best Melvin I can be. So that's probably not gonna happen. I'm the kind of person that I want to do big and amazing things, even if it kills me, dude. That's kind of the person I am. I kind of hate it sometimes, but it's the person I am. But it should is a good word. That's a good word. It should be. I should just learn to be happy with the kind of Melvin I am. But I want to give you guys the best content I can make. This is a great last one. I hope ... I took a sip of coffee and I forgot what I was gonna say. So I was gonna say something, and then I drank some coffee. And I kind of remember writing this. Like, I guess I was like writing it down, and then I took a sip of something, and then went back to writing it, and then, yeah, I just didn't get to it.